questions and stuff? No microphone. Okay. The guy whoever's scheduling me, at any rate, I know me. Okay, you'll hold on to that mic and we'll find it. Perfect. Whoever's scheduling me is making one mistake after another. So, I had to take pictures just before coming here. We rushed through it to get here on time. So it's that guy we gotta find who's putting out the wrong schedule. It must be the veterinarian's son. So I'll tell you what we do. He's going to come back. Raise your hand. Go ahead. This gentleman right here. Ask me a question, sir.
Can we see?
Now, right into the mic. Swallow the mic.
What are the chances we'll see you in the captain's chair again?
What are the chances of seeing me in the captain's chair? Do you ever go to Las Vegas or anything like that? No, never been to Las Vegas. Do you ever play dice here? No, get his answer. If he doesn't have the microphone, excuse me, if he doesn't have the microphone, we can't hear it. You've not taken any games of chance at all? In your, how old are you? 44. 44, and in 44 years, you've never said, I don't think you can do that? When did you do that?
Several times.
Give me one instance. Right into the mic. When you took a chance of winning or losing.
Well, when I got married.
Yeah, that's the biggest chance there is.
Did you win or lose? You won. Good. That's beautiful. Well, see, so you have a chance of winning or losing. If you put money on my chances of getting back in the chair and saying, beam me up, Scotty. No, that's not what you say, beam me up, Scotty. Full speed ahead, right?
Yeah.
And turn left. And then George Takei turns right. The chances, you won with your wife, you'd lose here. It's a good question. You know, everything, I think the Bible says it, you know, there's a season for everything. And I think the summer fallow of playing Captain Kirk is, it's turned to autumn now, and I'm a little bit older. Playing that role was great. It was the true hero. I read a lot, and I love the Greek history. Is humanity's one of humanity's finest moments. They had wars, and there was a lot of bad stuff that went on in Greece, as it is everywhere that a group of humans gather, because we all have our wants and desires, and it clashes. And the effort by mankind to regulate the bad impulses and bring forward the good impulses, because as we all know, we're a mixture of both the good and the bad, and we strive to adhere to the good, but frequently the bad emerges. And so much of humanity's laws and regulations and customs are designed to bring out the good in man. Religion being one, and laws of behavior, driving on the right side of the road, not the left, and all those things regulate our behavior so that it isn't chaotic, which it can become when there are no rules or rules aren't followed. So the Greeks had some wonderful rules, and there weren't so many people. They had enough people so that most of the citizens could fit into a arena, so, like this is the theater, and so a lot of good things happen here. people learn and are entertained in a theater like this, and they invented the theater, and it was sometimes a religious ceremony, but they had a great many good things. The forum being one of them. So all the citizens would gather together and make decisions. It was a true democracy because there weren't 400 million people in the country like we have in the States. It's impossible to get a true democracy, and voting is the only way we can do it. So that's how important it is for us to vote, because it's the only way of expressing our democracy. I think I lost track of the history lesson. So I'm trying to answer the question of why I think I can't play Captain Kirk again. And I think the answer for me is the time has passed. And there are so many other younger, wonderful actors who are, in some cases, in Star Trek, none of whom I know. I've never seen another Star Trek. And I had a terrible moment as a result of that. I was asked by a group of people who were meeting, people in show business who wanted to express their admiration of Star Trek. So they asked all the leads in the various editions of Star Trek to come down on the stage in Los Angeles so the audience could say hello. So I agreed to come down, and I went to the theater backstage, and there was a teleprompter out front. So the guy running the teleprompter backstage said, "Okay, Bill, here's what you say," and I read what it is that they had written for me to say. Oh, okay, I got that. And he said, "Now, give you the cue, and you go out on stage and go around, and this young lady here will go out and go around and stand in front, and when the teleprompter goes on, that's your cue." He says to me, "That's your cue to start speaking." And I went, okay. So they gave me shoved me out on stage, shoved her on stage. We circled around, she circled around them. We met in front, and the audience applauded, and I'm waiting for the teleprompter. Oh, the teleprompter went on, good. And I'm now reading words that are not familiar to me. I mean, I don't recollect it was what he showed me backstage, but then, I didn't pay much attention to it anyway. So I'm reading the words. "I'm so thankful you people are here. It's a pleasure to be," and I go on, and then I realize I'm now reading words that aren't familiar. So I read the words, and "Thank you very much," applause, and it says on the teleprompter, "Leave the stage." So I go back that way, she goes back that way, and I'm backstage. And she goes to what I realize is her agent, and starts to cry. And I'm looking at that, and I realize what I've done is I read her words. I spoke both her words and my words. Because the guy said speak when the teleprompter goes on. Her agent took out a gun. No, I'm kidding. But looked like he wanted to take out a gun and shoot me there. Because that was her moment. This young lady was a lead in one of the Star Trek editions. And I've never seen it. I didn't know it existed. It's apparently very popular. And that was a few years ago. And I keep sending messages back, to anybody connected. Are you with Star Trek? Do you know? Would you say to, I don't remember her name, to Jeannie, how sorry I am when you tell her? And I keep sending messages back. "I'm so sorry." I don't know whether she's forgiven me. The agent, I'm sure, is not. Another question. Back over there. Run. Oh, look at you. You got a question right there.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, nice and loudly.
Yes, sir.
And Rich, speak. I got my lips right on this microphone. And the guy who handed me the microphone did the same thing. Does that mean I'm kissing him? No, his breath smells very nice. That may be the mark of a disease. What's your question?
Hey, Bill, thanks. So I watched So Fragile, So Blue, and that was a remarkable oration, and I know a little bit about public speaking. I've had to do it myself, but I was watching that piece and saw the emotion that you were expressing as you performed that piece. And I thought, and I was really impressed about the orchestra that was behind you, and I was hoping that you could talk a little bit about that experience.
And what puzzled you about the horses? I love horses, and I think they're mystical entities. I think there's a spirit of knowledge. I think that horses and dogs, I'm really connected with dogs a lot. I think those animals, and it goes for every animal, has a intelligence that is difficult for humans to measure because it's not the same definition of intelligence for us, like that person's intelligent. But a dog or a horse's or any of the living animals, their intelligence is, we have to measure it in a different way. Intelligence means something else. Not only that, I recently came back from the South Pole. The guy who put the ship and the passengers together hired me to speak in the evenings or visit with a table. And he also hired Neil deGrasse Tyson. And I had been on Neil's podcast a few times, and we had fun together. I'm the barbarian at the gates. I know nothing. And you all know when I say Neil deGrasse Tyson, yeah? So, I'm going to open this. No, it's a little bit of amusement, I thought. Obviously, I thought incorrectly. How to open a bottle when your hands are up. Come up here. Thank you, Mother. Piece of plastic. Another piece of plastic. So, I knew Neil. I hesitate to say Neil deGrasse Tyson. It's so pompous. William the Innocent Shatner is what it's called. Neil deGrasse. I asked him, what's deGrasse? It's a family name. Oh, well, why did you go Neil Tyson for crying out loud? So I got to know him. And then on this voyage to the South Pole, what was the question? Got to keep track of that.
Yeah, the performance on.
Okay, the performance.
Okay,
Okay,
so
got
right,
it. No,
so-
I'm with you now. I've got my storyline. So Neil deGrasse Tyson is a space scientist. He's what? He's an astrophysicist. Astro. I love that. Astrophysicist. I love the magic of that name. So he's an astrophysicist, which means he's gone to university, and I graduated in business at McGill University. He went on to study the stars. All those mystical things that the Webb telescope is picking up. He has interior knowledge. I mean, he's really a highly intelligent man. So to follow him or to be a part of a conversation has been intimidating. So we're on this voyage and we're on stage together from time to time and have fun, and I kid him. Like, for example,